So we will start with Kitana again.
Melina.
And I need to go back on the page. I forget if I can't remember who had cameos and who didn't, so I've just got to like literally search for stuff again. Alright. Kitana does not have a cameo fatality, so I don't choose.
Sector, the Fire Temple.
Alright.
Finish her.
So, fatality 1, roll blender. Down from down 2.
Fatality. Kitana wins. Flawless victory.
Definitely not bad. Creative use of the fan blades. Taking a page out of Kung Lao's book with the turning them into like buzzsaws, like what he does with his hat. I wonder if, so because I've done her other fatality now, will that also come up? No. So the other one probably won't appear on the move list until I've found the thing for it. Alright, so second fatality, close, down, down, back, 2.
Finish her.
What?
Kitana wins.
I think that was still registering the forward step. I gotta wait a second before I do the next button input.
Finish her.
Down, down, back, 2. There we go.
Fatality. Kitana wins. Flawless victory.
I like that fatality, but one gets the nod. Whoops, I meant to go change characters.
Finish. Melina. Kitana.
Alright. Melina, she does have a cameo, but I don't have access to it right now, so it doesn't matter.
Serena. Sector, the Great Hall. Finish her. Fatality.
Brutal.
Melina wins. Flawless victory.
I love how you see, like, after the first bite, like, Kitana's eyes are like, ah! It's like, she's eating me. Yep. She sure is. Alright. Number 2 for Kitana is going to be, Melina. Down, back, no, down, forward, back, 1.
Finish her. Fatality. Melina wins. Flawless victory.
2. I liked 1, but yeah, this is just, yeah, 2's better. And I just, it's overkill to a point, because the head twist really was not necessary. But she just wanted to be able to rip off the head from the other side with it facing her. Alright, actually I should have kind of a running score. I'll just do it in Notepad, I think. Alright, so far it was 1 and 2. Third on the list is going to be
Tanya. Rain.
She doesn't have a cameo.
Serena. Sector. Wuxi Academy.
I wish this was MKX, Tanya. Sorry, I'm never gonna stop saying that. I just don't like this.
Finish him.
The change was not fucking needed. Like, they didn't do some stupid change with fucking Melina or Katana. Why the fuck did they do it with Tanya? It was not needed. She's supposed to be Edenian. Like, it's perfectly fine for an Edenian to be white. Case in point, Katana and fucking Sindel. Alright, back forward down.
Fatality. Tanya wins. Flawless victory.
Always handy to have an extra set of hands. Alright. Not bad. Fatality 2 for her. Jump distance. Back, forward, down 4.
Finish him. Fatality. Tanya wins. Flawless victory.
2. I don't even have to think about that. 1 was not bad by any means, but yeah, 2.
Rain, Tanya. Darius. Frost. Ying Fortress.
Oh shit, I should have first checked the plane, but no, he doesn't have a cameo. Okay, cool.
Finish her.
That is just so creative. I like this. And then that for the grand finale.
Rain wins. Flawless victory.
Creative, visually very good. And just the whole using the water to strip the flesh is just so good. Alright, number 2 for Rain is gonna be mid-distance, down, forward, back, 1.
Finish her.
Ouch.
Fatality. Rain wins. Flawless victory.
Oh, that stomp at the end gets me. Just, just the disrespect at the end of that fatality to just stomp the head. It's like, bruh, I ain't even gonna let you keep your head. Squish. I like the disrespect factor ending with number 2, but number one, just the water stripping the flesh, the splitting the body in two, still inside the 2 halves of water. Yeah. 2 is by no means not a good fatality. But yeah, 1. Alright, now we're even so far. We went from 2-2, and now we're back to 1.
Smoke.
Alright, Battle of the Ninjas.
Reptile.
Smoke. Does he have a cameo? He does. Sonya Blade.
Sonya Blade. Jax. Dark Cotton Colony. Finish him.
Got a present for you.
Fatality. Smoke wins. Flawless victory.
I do like that one, but yeah, from memory I know it was number 2 because number 2 uses more of his ninja smoke aspect of it. Alright, any distance, down, forward, back, 4.
Finish him.
And that evil laugh started too.
Fatality. Smoke wins. Flawless victory.
2. And now the cameo one with Sonya, so it is going to be far, back, forward, down, R1.
Finish him. Fatality. Smoke wins. Flawless victory.
The homage to MK1.
Scorpion. Smoke. Scorpion. Sub-Zero.
Sector for the cameo.
Sector. Cyrax. Ying Fortress. Finish him.
Eye-pulling instead of appalling.
Fatality. Scorpion wins.
Very
Flawless
creative.
victory.
Double use of this spear, and I like that he said come here, but yeah, from memory I think it too was the one I liked more. Killer clones from Netherrealm. Any distance, back, forward, back, 4.
Finish him.
Oh, Steve.
Fatality. Scorpion wins.
That is just so good. Yeah. The fact that he uses his clones and like there's 4 different attacks that hit him. You've got you've got the sword, you've got the axe, you've got the toasty fatality from MK1, his OG one, and then get over here with the spear, and then he kicks his freaking spine. He kicks his top half of the skeleton out of his damn body. 2. Alright, and now the Sector cameo fatality. Compactor, mid-distance, back, forward, back, R1.
Fatality. Scorpion wins. Flawless victory.
Squish. Not bad, not bad. I would have rather he'd done something involving his teleport uppercut, but that's not a bad one.
Sub-Zero. Smoke.
I'm not doing it to my beloved Scorpion.
Kano.
Actually, do I need a specific one for Sub-Zero? I forget. Cameo is himself, but I don't have access to that yet. Alright, so I can't do his cameo one for now.
Kano, the Hourglass.
Kano's on both sides, typical of him.
Finish him. Fatality. Sub-Zero wins.
Just that finish to it. Just that finish to it where it's like, ah! and the disrespect factor too. The fact that like Sub-Zero didn't even like feel the need to physically get involved with that last part of the fatality. He just let him die to his razor sharp, icicle that's in the fucking ground. Alright, number 2 for him is gonna be Brain Freeze. Close. Forward, back, down, 2.
Finish him. Fatality. Sub-Zero wins.
Brain Freeze
Flawless
and one hell of a
victory.
concussion prior to that. Both were good, but yeah, number 1, just because of also like the disrespect factor for that second half of the fatality. All right,
Reptile.
Reptile.
Sub-Zero.
Does he need a cameo? I forget. Serena is his cameo. Cool.
Serena. Frost, the Fire Temple. Finish him.
Indigestion.
Reptile wins. Flawless victory.
Very good. Alright, jump distance. Forward, down, back. one.
Finish him.
Did I read that wrong? Sorry, forward, down, back.
Fatality. Reptile wins. Flawless victory.
I like the use of still in beast form, but the callback to his MK2 tasty fatality. But one, the fact that he didn't even bother to, like, you know, eat the whole corpse. He spat out half of it before crushing the head. Like, again, disrespect. If a fatality's got a disrespect factor, that automatically gets points for me. It doesn't necessarily mean it'll win, but it automatically gets points for me if the fatality has a disrespect factor. Alright, second one is forward, down, back. One. Oh wait, no, I did it, didn't I? Yeah. Sorry, I want the cameo one. Mid distance, back, down, down, up.
Fatality. Reptile wins. Flawless victory.
Serena's out to steal your heart. Alrighty, Lee May.
Lee May.
Let's start whooping on some evil pricks.
Reiko.
I don't think she has a cameo from memory, but let's have a look. Lee May. No, she does not.
Sonya Blade. Sector. Sundo. Finish him.
Roman Candle. Alright.
Fatality. Lee May wins.
Style
Flawless
points
victory.
with the flip kick to decapitate the opponent and just using the intestinal tract as like a friggin' like dynamite fuse. Is just, yeah, and then finishing with fireworks. That's gonna be hard to top. I can't remember what her second one was. Let's have a look. Close distance, back, forward, down, 2.
Finish him.
Two fingers.
Fatality. Lee May wins. Flawless victory.
I love how our line buddy catches the head. It's like a it's like a very twisted take on a Chinese New Year celebration. I definitely like her number 2, but yeah, number 1. Just the fact that she used the intestinal tract as a friggin' like dynamite fuse. and then the fireworks at the end and the style points with the flip kick. Number 1.
Kenshi.
She
General Shao.
Did Kenshi have a cameo? No.
Sonya Blade, Sector, the Hourglass.
I still can't believe how they made it last night. How we saw how Kenshi went blind after being double impaled in his eyes by Melina with the size. That was fucking brutal.
Finish him.
Alright, this one is called Blended. Forward, down, down, 4.
Fatality. Kenshi wins. Flawless victory.
Very stylish and cool, incorporating his telekinetic self into it. Second fatality, far distance, back, down, back, 3.
Finish him. Fatality. Kenshi wins. Flawless victory.
I like the use of the sword there. I mean, both fatalities use the sword, but both had their cool aspects, but I'd say number 1 takes this just because of the whole then slicing the opponent in half and making the opponent scream from the twisting of the sword like a friggin' you know, like a friggin' drill. One just edges it.
Baraka. Shang Tsung.
Baraka. Have you got a cameo? He does. Cyrax.
Cyrax. Jack's Temple of Kataravala. Finish him.
Split decision. Oh. The eyeball's popping out.
Baraka wins. Flawless victory.
I feel like this time I'm slightly leaning more towards 1 than I did when I looked at him yesterday. Feels like it. Alright, second fatality for him. Mid distance, forward, back, down, 2.
Finish him. Fatality. Baraka wins. Flawless victory.
His 1 was really good, especially with the friggin' eyeballs popping out, but I mean, you can't go past this one. Like, he used his Tarkatan brethren to join in on the fun, and the disrespect factor of he was barbecuing his opponent whilst alive, and then still before he died, then proceeds to get pulled apart like he's a piece of chicken. Yeah, number 2. 2's just brutally painful and disrespectful at the same time. Alright, his cameo with Cyrax. Annihilation. Mid-distance. Forward, back. No. Yeah, forward, back, forward. R1.
Finish him.
Oh, that's right. The call back to MK3. Yep.
Fatality. Baraka wins.
Annihilation, alright. That's a good cameo fatality. I like the callback to his MK3 fatality there.
Geras. General Shao.
Garrus, did he have anyone I need to choose for a cameo? Goro.
Goro. Kano, Living Forest. Finish him.
Sandstone. Forward, down 2.
Fatality. Geras wins. Flawless victory.
I like the fact that he finishes like he doesn't even give a shit about like disemboweling the rest of his corpse. He just shoves half of his corpse into the ground and leaves him sticking up like as a fucking flagpole. Oh, that's funny and disrespectful. I love it. It's like you're not even worth finishing properly. I'm just gonna shove half of you into the ground. Gotta love it. Second fatality. Close, down, forward, back, 3.
Finish him.
Oh yeah, so good.
Fatality. Geras wins. Flawless victory.
Both of his fatalities have a disrespect factor, but number 2 takes it for me because it's even more of a disrespect factor. It's the fact that 1, he beats you with your own head that still has the friggin', you know, spine attached to it. So 1, he's killing you with your own head before he does the rest of the things. And for additional insult to injury, he makes you look at you look at it in your own hands, you know, to say, yep, I just got, you know, I just got bitch slapped with my own head. So, disrespect for using your own head against yourself. Extra disrespect for making you look at it to reaffirm the fact that yes, you just got massively, you know, KO'd, borderline, you know, killed from that one shot with your own head. And then 3, the whole then rewinding time to pick back up the head so there's no longer 2 heads. Yeah. Number 2. Number 2. That's just a really good combo of incorporating his use of time manipulation as well as just extreme disrespect for his opponent. Alright, the cameo fatality with Goro. Prince of Pain. Close. Back, forward, down, R1. No, it needs to be here. This person calls it... It's not close though. Like, this person's made a slight error in their distance description.
Finish him.
Back, forward, down. There we go.
Fatality. Geras wins.
Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter about Goro ripping you in half once he's already clapped your fucking head. You're no longer alive to feel the rest of it. Alright, so yeah, his number 2 was good there. His number 2 took it. Alright, bottom half time. Shang Tsung.
Liu Kang.
We'll go against Liu Kang, and then Liu Kang will get his revenge. What do I want? Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung. I don't have access to his cameo, so it's just going to be his fatalities for now.
Goro, Kano, Hourglass. Finish him.
Side effects.
Fatality. Shang Tsung wins.
Yeah, that is just ridiculously mean fatality, like just forcing you to ingest some like volcanic shit that melts you from the insides and then like disemboweling part of you so then you melt into the floor. That's just, yeah, mean. That is a mean fatality by Shang Tsung. Alright, number 2 for him, mid-distance, forward, down, back, 4.
Fatality. Shang Tsung wins.
I don't know which is more.
Victory.
I don't know which is more meaner, to tell you the truth. I mean, both are just really cruel to his opponent. But I feel like it's also kind of ironic doing this one against Liu Kang because, you know, it involves a dragon. It's like very poetic. And I also like the kind of a callback to Alien with the whole, like, you know, like instead of a xenomorph popping out of the person's insides, it's a dragon, but I still feel like it's kind of a callback to Alien. Both of those I really like, and both are just abhorrently cruel to his enemy, reinforcing the fact that Shang Tsung is a mean son of a bitch. I gotta go with 1. I like 2 a fair bit, but 1, just the fact that he makes you ingest some shit which melts you, and then he disembowels part of you so you melt into the floor, like as you're, you know, spending your last agonizing, dying seconds. Yeah, number 1. Alright, continuing along the path of evil for this General Shao. You know what, let's
Kung Lao.
let's humble Kung Lao. I don't think he had a cameo, but I need to check. No cameo.
Goro, Kano, the Great Hall. Finish him.
Spin cycle.
Fatality. General Shao wins. Flawless victory.
That's how you know Shao's got some strength. The fact that he can spin his opponent like he's a ribbon and just tear his flesh from him just by generating force from spinning his opponent around like that. It's crazy. Alright, number 2. Mid-distance, again, down, back, down, forward, back. 3.
Finish him. Fatality. General Shao wins. Flawless
Very mean.
Victory.
Displaying a bit of his strength with the opening slam. partially inspired by one of Kung Lao's old fatalities where he sticks his hat into the ground, makes it spin like a buzzsaw, and then drags his opponent through it to split him, you know, like they're a chicken wing. Yeah, one takes that. Oh, I didn't go and change character, my bad.
Finish him.
Alright, Sindel, I think is next.
Sindel.
She does not have a cameo.
Johnny Cage. Striker. Kano. The Great Hall. Finish him.
Here comes trouble.
Who's your queen?
Fatality. Sindel wins.
Oh, the evil laugh at the end too. That is just so much disrespect rolled up into one fatality. It's like the snapping of the arms is just brutally painful. And then just the fact that she makes him look up at him and says, "Who's your queen?" It's like no different to saying, you know, "Who's your daddy?" It's like, holy shit. That is disrespect. That is the queen owning your ass. That I'll be very surprised if I'm gonna pick two over one.
Finish him.
Alright, fatality 2. Mid, back, forward, back, 4. Oh, there go the eyes.
Fatality. Sindel wins. Flawless victory.
Her fatality 2 is good. I like the fact that they use her main weapons incorporated into the fatality, which is her hair and then her banshee scream. And that is a very painful way to die, being stripped via an incredibly powerful scream. But yeah, one. Just the breaking of the arms before taking them off, and then just the whole "who's your queen" for the disrespect. Yeah, one. Alright, now I think it's Reiko.
Reiko. Kung Lao.
He doesn't have a
Striker.
cameo, so it
Kano.
does not matter.
Cage Mansion. Finish him.
The Impaler.
Fatality. Reiko wins. Flawless victory.
Man, much like Shang Tsung, that is just mean. I mean, it wasn't bad enough that you literally dismembered all 4 of his damn limbs. You then had to pull it, you then proceeded to yank his fucking ribcage out of his flesh before then decapitating him. Oh, that is just mean on many levels. Alright, second fatality, close, back, down, down, 2.
Finish him. wins. Flawless victory.
That is also mean on many levels. Shit. Yeah, Reiko and Shang Tsung have definitely got similar minds. They're just mean sons of bitches. God, I really like both of Reiko's. Both of his fatalities are just really mean and well thought of. It's a bit of a tougher call because I honestly like both, and they've both got a big mean factor, but number 2 also has a disrespect factor tied into it. Yeah, 2. The disrespect factor being he makes you impale yourself in the throat with your own skeleton from your hands that is basically turned into shivs. And then, as if that isn't insult enough, he then proceeds to bend you like a fucking pretzel and do like a reverse scorpion spine rip fatality. Instead of ripping from the head, he ripped from the gut and then pulled towards the head, while still leaving the second half of the body bent like a pretzel. That is like triple disrespect. 2 wins. 2 wins. Alright, who are we moving on to? I think it's either Raiden or Liu Kang now. Raiden.
Raiden. Reiko.
Raiden does not have a cameo, so it does not matter.
Darius. Sonya Blade. Treasure Chamber. Finish him.
The Storm's arrival.
Fatality. Raiden wins. Flawless victory.
Not bad. A touch disrespectful the way he literally comes up through his opponent before he splits him in 2 and then claps himself together. But I've seen better uses of fatalities of him and use his electrical factor. Alright, fatality 2 for him. Distance is far, down, forward, back. 3.
Finish him.
Ooh.
Fatality. Raiden wins. Flawless victory.
I don't even have to think. 2. I like the fact that it was more of a painful fatality by using his electricity to strip his opponent's flesh, and then the callback to his old "Gummy Gummy Ga," just the Superman fly that he does to his opponent. Just the callback as well with that. Yeah, 2.
Liu Kang. Shang Tsung.
Time for Liu Kang to get a bit of revenge.
Darius. Sector. The T-Hound. Finish him. Fatality. Liu Kang wins. Flawless victory.
That is such a visually impressive fatality. I love that one. Alright, number 2, funnily enough, is called Spaghettification. I can't say that without laughing. Spaghettification. Alright, close, back, forward, back, 1.
Finish him. Flawless victory.
I love that. I really love his first fatality because of like the, you know, kind of like the yin and the yang with his dragons, but yeah, just the fact that this takes you out into space, like emphasizing the fact that he's a god and can like pretty much do anything that he wants, and then sucks his opponent in with a black hole to first strip the flesh and then just disintegrate the rest of him. Yeah, number 2. But number 1 is like visually, number 1's probably visually the more impressive out of the 2. But number 2 is just it uses his godhood more. Just the fact that he can take his opponent out into space, summon a black hole, and use that to destroy his opponent is just like the epic, you know, like, I am a god. Yes, I can do this. I can take your ass to space and use a black hole to kill you. So, yeah, 2 wins again.
Johnny Cage. Reiko.
Alright, Johnny Cage. I feel like he would have a cameo. He does. It's Kano.
Kano. Frost. Tomb of the Dragon Heart. Finish him.
Hollywood Walk of Pain.
Talk about talent. Meet Hollywood's newest star.
What?
It's so arrogant.
Fatality. Johnny Cage wins. Flawless victory.
Oh, he's just so fucking arrogant. I love it. But I think I can stand his arrogance a touch more than Kung Lao's, who Kung Lao's is just like, he's just so up himself. Yeah, well, now we know where Cassie gets her love of social media, combining that with her fatalities from. She gets it from her dad. Alright, fatality 2 for Johnny is forward, down, back, to from afar.
Finish him.
Shadow kick.
Vroom, vroom.
Oh.
And boom.
Fatality. Johnny Cage wins. Flawless victory.
Vroom vroom. I kind of like both as even as each other. Both use his arrogance. The first one even more so. The first one I maybe find a touch more funnier, but I think I like the second one maybe just like kind of splitting hairs for me. That's how closest one is, but I think I like number 2 just that touch more because of the use of one of his signature abilities, which was the shadow kick, and then just the fact that he uses a car to like split his opponent in 2 and then drag him along the curve before blowing up the car. Yeah, that's a tight one, but 2.
Finish him.
Now the Kano cameo. Heart Ripper, mid distance, back, down, forward, R1.
Bring it.
I was too close.
Johnny Cage wins.
That was not mid distance. I needed to be like 2 more steps back.
Finish him.
Back down, forward. There we go.
Fatality. Johnny Cage wins. Flawless victory.
The homage to MK1 Kano's fatality. Nice.
Kung Lao. Shang Tsung.
Kung Lao. Kung Lao's cameo is himself. I don't think I had. No, I don't have that. I don't have that unlocked yet.
Cyrax. Sector, the Tea House. Finish him.
Loud and clear.
Fatality. Kung Lao wins. Flawless victory.
I love Cyrax's animation for when you have him as a cameo of how he comes into the finishing screen, how he just like morphs out of nowhere, like Matrix style. Like, it's cool. Yeah, that's gonna be hard to top. I like the fact that it's kind of like a 2-in-1 fatality. It's like combining like a bit of his hat-trick fatality from the head decapitation to his hat slice fatality from MK2, where he slices down the middle, and also combining a bit of his flower fatality where he like just slices the body into multiple parts, but definitely combining hat trick and hat slice. That's going to be hard to top. All right, Kung Lao fatality 2. Close distance, back, down, down, 1.
Finish him. Fatality. Kung Lao wins. Flawless victory.
I think Kung Lao must have been spending some time with Raiden, because he seems to have picked up his clapping the opponents 2 halves against himself. I like that, but number 1. But that fatality also sums up Kung Lao. First time now I've actually... It's been a few fatalities since I've said number 1, so it's been 4. 2's been on a bit of a streak. That also says a lot about Kung Lao, that fatality. Just his supreme arrogance and confidence in himself. The fact that he was willing to slice his opponent in half whilst he was still on his back. Like, the confidence to know, like, down to the nearest millimeter for that to not go in, like, too far from slicing his opponent into slicing Kung Lao's own back. Like, that tells you how much confidence and arrogance this guy has in himself. The fact that he sliced his opponent on top of his own back and just knew that he wasn't going to mess that up. Like, that right there tells you all you need to know about Kung. Like, there's arrogance and confidence, and then there's Kung Lao arrogance and confidence. And that's on a whole another level, as you just saw. Right. I like that Ashura's in the game. Reason being, I'm sad that I no longer have my man Fujin, because I'm a huge fan of using the wind in incorporated in his in the fight mechanics.
Reiko.
So for that reason, I'm glad that Ashura is back into it, because yeah, it still gives me a way that I can use someone that has the use of wind, seeing as Fujin's not in the game. Alright, Ashura, do you have a cameo? No, you do not.
Cyrax, Sector, the Fire Temple. Finish him.
Heavenly Light. Down 4, down 4.
Fatality. Flawless victory.
That is just so cool. It's like using her abilities to like roast the opponent after like impaling him several times over. That is like a demigod kind of fatality there. I love it. That's gonna be hard to beat. Number 2. Mid distance, down, back, 2.
Finish him. Fatality. Ashra wins. Flawless victory.
Gee, there was a delay with the din din din. That's very stylish. I like it. But yeah, number 1. I don't even have to think much about that. I do like how it was kind of like almost like a throwback sort of to Wonder Woman with that fatality with the whole like, you'll know like Wonder Woman's like rope of truth, how it lights up gold. So I feel like this fatality of Ashra's was kind of Wonder Woman-esque inspired. Alright, Ashra's, so... sorry, I needed to go character change because that was her second. Alright, so we've got Nitara, and then I think that's it for now because I don't... Yeah, Havoc I don't... I'm assuming Havoc is unlocked via playing the campaign. Wait, did he just twist his own... He did, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Havoc's on another level. I really love Nitara's character model, and I just found out something today that I didn't know. Megan Fox did the modeling for her, so that was something I didn't know. But yeah, my baby Scarlet's no longer in the game, so Nitara's definitely gonna replace Scarlet for me.
Nitara. Zindel.
Did Nitara have a cameo? I forget. No, she did not.
Sonya Blade. Kano. Dark Cotton Colony. Finish her.
The Returnus combat.
Flawless victory.
I love that scream at the end. Just making sure nothing changed in the audio. Yeah, I love using her ability to summon bats there, as well as the scream, and just, yeah. Very, very strong opening fatality for Nitara. Alright, Nitara fatality 2 is going to be mid-distance, back, down, back, 2.
Fatality. Nitara wins. Flawless victory.
I forgot this was her second fatality. Yeah, number 1 was hard to top, but yeah, number 2. Reason being, just, yeah, as I said, you know, disrespect factor gets extra brownie points for me. Yeah, that had some disrespect factor in that fatality. Yanking your opponent via their intestinal tract. That is just brutal. But then kicking them after yanking them into you, so it's like using Scorpion's get over here, but because you don't have a rope spear to abuse, you just use your opponent's intestinal tract as a friggin' like bungee rope to pull them towards you. And then you proceed to side kick them so hard that you kick the skeleton out of their fucking body that then just splats on the ground. Yeah, number 2. That was cool, that was creative, and it was disrespectful. Just the fact that she yanked her opponent via their own intestinal tract, man. Like, that's disrespectful and painful as all hell. Oh god, I can only imagine how painful that would ever be in real life if you could do such a thing as yank someone via their fucking intestinal tract. My god. Yeah. Number 2. Alright, so.
Kano.
It says Big Boot is the cameo death, so okay, I know exactly what this is going to be. This is going to be an homage to his MK3 fatality where Jax becomes, in a word, huge.
The Tea House.
I don't usually start with a cameo fatality, but in this case I actually will. Just because I want to see the call back to MK3. Alright, what is it? Distance is far, input is down, forward, down, R1.
Finish him.
Right, it said far. Am I misreading that? Down, forward, down, R1. I don't know why that's... Okay, so it wasn't quite far.
Fatality. Havoc wins. Flawless victory.
Squashed like a goddamn bug. Yeah, that is a callback to Mortal Kombat 3. If anyone has not seen Jax's big boot fatality off of MK3, this is a callback to that. Only a lot more gory. I like it. A nice little homage. Alright, now let's check out Havoc's fatalities. So his first one, Atomic Hearts. Down, forward, down, too close. Oh, why did you do that?
Havoc wins.
This guy's a fucking nutjob. His ending screen, he rips out his own his own fucking heart. You know what? Just to see that, I'm glad I fucked up the fatality because... Oh my god, Havoc is a fucking nutcase. I mean, I get it. He comes from Chaos Realm. But god damn. He pulls off his own arm. He rips out his own head. He uses that as a weapon too. He rips out his own heart as a finishing animation. This guy is a nutcase. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Oh, Havoc is fucking crazy.
Finish him.
Alright. There we go. Nope, here he goes again. Swap parts.
Fatality. Havoc wins. Flawless victory.
Okay, he just exchanged hearts and blew up his opponent's heart with his heart. Well, blew up his opponent with his heart. Jesus. Oh, fuck me. Havoc is a fucking nutjob. He brings all new meaning to the word insane. Jesus. Alright, what's his second fatality? Is his second fatality more crazy than that? Let's see. Distance mid input is forward, back, down, 4. In other words, triangle. Forward, back, down, 4.
Finish him.
Wait, mid. Mid should be here. Ow! Oh!
Fatality. Havoc wins. Flawless victory.
Okay, that wasn't as crazy as his first fatality. That was just straight up fucking mean. I mean, he like snapped off part of his own arm to expose the bone and then use his own bone like a shank to stab his opponent and then proceed to carve apart his fucking chest in the middle. So that was a mixture of crazy and just mean. Oh jeez. In terms of ranking, I mean rating 1 versus 2. So it's blowing up your opponent via exchanging hearts, or this, where you shanked him with your own bone and then ripped apart his chest. That's actually a tough one, because both are kind of as good as each other. Disrespect factor is usually what earns extra points for me, but neither fatality had a huge amount of disrespect. Oh, this is a hard one. I'm honestly struggling to pick 1 over 2 or 2 over 1. I think I need to do them again. I honestly can't pick one right now. I need to do them again. So, yeah.
Fatality. Havoc wins. Flawless victory.
Alright, that makes me slightly lead towards number 1, but now let's redo number 2. What was number 2 again? Forward, back, down, try, fall.
Finish him. Fatality. Havoc wins. Flawless victory.
Okay, I think 2 is definitely more painful than 1, because first he kicks him in the balls to start with, which is also, I guess, kind of a disrespect factor. Then he knees him in the throat before breaking his own arm off to then stab his opponent with the rest of his other arm, the bone, like a shank, before ripping apart his chest. So this is definitely even more painful than, I mean, not that having your own heart ripped out, I'm saying it wouldn't be painful. But this is like slow painful, whereas the other fatality was kind of like fast painful. And like I said, he does start it with a kick to the balls. So if I'm factoring in those things, yeah, I'd have to probably say 2 beats 1, just ever so slightly. Which means then that in the grand scheme of my votings from all the fatalities, 2 takes it. The 2s beat the 1s 12 to 11.